Welcome to Amateur Redneck Workshop. I'm Harold, and today we're going to review a couple of lights for your, these are auxiliary lights for your truck or SUV or whatever you've got that you want to put some auxiliary lights on. They're from NAO and they're LED lights, nice and bright. And I'm doing a dual review. There's also a light harness, a wiring harness that you can buy separately from the light bars, and it'll serve to hook up the lights wherever you want them. Alright, so what we're going to do first is to tell you that these lights and the wiring harness were supplied free of charge to me to do the review. And what I'm going to do when we get through with the review, I'm going to tell you how we're going to go about giving these lights to some lucky viewer who is somewhere in the continental United States. I know Double Boost gives them away worldwide free shipping, but I'm not rich like Double Boost. Okay, so let's take a look at what these lights have to offer. Alright, this is what the page looks like on Amazon. 7-inch LED light bar, 2 pieces, 240 watt off-road driving lights, and they're pretty neat, I think. We're going to actually look at the real lights too here in just a second. Before we do that, we're going to move over here and look at the wiring harness. It's the LED light bar wiring harness kit. So the two of these put together, you still hadn't hit $50. But if you get them ordered together, you'll of course get free shipping, unless you've got Amazon Prime, and you'll get free shipping anyway. You can see the wiring harness comes with 3 fuses and 4 connectors. Right at the top of the picture there in the wiring harness is a push button. Alright, let's look at them in the real living flesh. Okay, these two off-road lights, I've got them on the table there upside down so that the wire will stop interfering with them laying still for me. But they look the same way, upside down or right side up. You get 2 lights in the kit, and you get 2 packages of hardware. There's a bracket, bolts, and let me see. Well, this one over here has got the bracket, the bolts, and an Allen wrench. So I guess you only get 1 Allen wrench in the bunch, which should be enough. Alright, now we're going to take a look over here at the wiring harness. And this is the wiring harness. And here in this little package, it's still in the bag here, you've got some tie wraps, and you've got the previously mentioned 3 fuses and 4 connectors. Is that 3 fuses? Yeah, 3 fuses and 4 connectors. You ought to be able to hook it up with that. I don't know where on your vehicle you may want to put them, but they'll go a lot of places. This little guy here has some screws captured in the back of it there. 2 screws, you can see them kind of wandering around. Alright, now what we'll do when it gets dark, we'll go out and turn these, at least one of these guys on in the dark, and then you can imagine how bright 2 would be. I'm not going to wire 2 of them up just for the demo, but I will wire up 1, and we'll get a look at it. Alright? On a further description of the wiring harness, this will wire up 2 lights. It's got a circuit breaker here, the protection of the lights. It's got a switch here, on-off switch for remote, turning the lights on and off. And like I said, it comes with fuses. But there's an inline fuse on the wire. Let me see if I can see where it's at without undoing the bundle. Here it is. Here is the holder for the inline fuse. So it's easy to get to. You just pop the top, put a fuse in there if you need one. Hopefully you won't need one. Alright, so The next step is to go out in the dark and see how bright they are. This wiring harness is 2.5 meters in length, which I think is around 8 feet. Just short of 9 feet anyway. Alright, I told you that at the end of the video I'd tell you how one of my lucky viewers in the continental US, which means not Alaska, not Hawaii, not Puerto Rico, just the continental US. The part that says Texas and not Texas. Alright? that will be in a separate video to this one. The video will be released at the same time, but it'll be a separate video and it'll be the giveaway, and all you've got to do is make a comment there as to whether you want it or not. And when I've had the video up, and I'll give you the rules in the video, but when the time runs out on the video I will choose who's going to get the light, okay? And then I'll delete the video after a couple days. Maybe I'll replace it with a video saying who got the light. That'd probably be better. Alright? So look in the next video. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to say no lights, action, camera, sort of the opposite of what's normal, because we're doing this outside, huh? And we're going to see how bright the light is. I'll have to turn the light off out here, and then I'm going to leave the door open a little bit right at first so I can see how to hook up the wire. Is that dark enough? Looking kind of dark. And I've got to be able to see which one of these is the positive. Okay, there you go. That looks like a fairly impressive amount of light, and that's just one of the pair. So if you had this on your truck or your SUV or your station wagon or your VW Beetle, you could see way down the road and all over the place, and it'd be really bright. I believe that's an impressive amount of light. It certainly is to me. Alright, we'll go in and summarize this thing. Alright, so to summarize this thing, you know this is a dual review. Light bar, flood spotlight combination, and wiring harness. But the floodlights are set up with a dual reflector inside so that it can do duty as a spotlight and a floodlight. They're 240 watt, and they come with mounting brackets and screws and bolts and things like that. The wiring harness is just a tiny bit over 8 feet long. It's got a circuit breaker built in, it's got an inline fuse, and it's got a push button for remote on and off. And if you got one of those little 4x4 things that ATVs that run out in the mud, these would be really great for that. And they'd be great for your pickup truck or whatever you take out in the dark. Alright, now there's going to be a giveaway video posted just right behind this one, and the giveaway video will give the details on what you got to do to get these things. This is March 28, 2019. So if you come along and see this in June or July or 2020 or something, the thing, the whole giveaway thing will be over. It's only going to last for about 10 days max. Alright, so y'all keep on keeping on. Okay, I forgot to mention there's a 20% off discount code. I'll put it in the bottom of the video here, and I'll also put it down below in the information box. And I don't know how long it's good for, but it's for right now. It's a 20% discount on the lights only. You have to pay the regular price on the wiring harness. Still, it's not a bad price. Okay, y'all keep on keeping on.